Yo, VJ already hitting the subscription before we even started. Welcome back to another episode of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
Gollum on a run today. We bought some of that for some PCG clients. It turned out to do pretty well. Obviously, we're going to be looking at the charts, doing some technical analysis with Elliott Wave and Wyckoff method coming from the Todd father over there. I have some crypto news and crypto fundamentals for you guys, as well as answer as many questions in the chat box as possible. Weiss ratings are at it again, sending me a 93 cryptocurrency report. We'll see what you guys think about those ratings. And are you addicted to crypto trading? Do you need to call? Do you need help? Do we need to have a meetup instead of having fun? We circle around and discuss all of our losers. Well, one hospital is saying that is exactly the case, but I'm having fun. I don't know about you guys. And then lastly, is Italy going to cause another Euro crisis? First it was Venezuela, then Argentina, then Turkey, then Australia, and now Italy may be ruffling some feathers again. Is this bullish for crypto in the long run? I kind of think so. We will see your guys' opinion. That is all I got. It is a beautiful day. I got a haircut. That's why I got so much energy. Less weight on my head.
And last night I worked on the Elliott Wave course. Mr. Stein sent me some chapters, and I'm adding it to our software.
There we go. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also, guys, if you haven't already, go over, as you know, I did do a video on the new ECA desktop wallet for a little competition they are doing. Go over to my Twitter, click on the link, and if you vote for me, if I win any Electra coins, I'm going to be giving them away to you guys and raining them in the ECA Electra Discord.
We're going to spin that wheel.
I also
well, we don't have a wheel, sorry.
I just put the link in the comment section. You click on that, you vote for Stunad620, STUNAD 620. Right now, first place only has 100 votes. I already have 40. We get 1,000 views on these videos. If we can get 10% of you to go over there, make a vote. We will have giveaways for weeks to come.
Right.
Hundreds of thousands of ECAs will be given away to this community. So take the second, click on that link, and do it. We're going to run this intro, giving you prime time to place that vote, and we'll keep this show rolling.
We're wired up.
Oh, we're happy.
With a common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. You the man.
Todd father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing. Had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
Boom! Looks like we're getting some people voting. That is the link right there, www.winelectra.com, and then all that extra jazz there.
Cool.
Get over there and vote. If you guys want to vote, if you put a vote for us, that is a vote for you, because like I said, we'll be giving all of that away to you guys, just as a token of gratitude for you guys participating in this community, watching us each and every day. I like to give things back to you guys. Now, let's see what is going on in the crypto market. Currently sitting at $323.7 billion. This is pretty similar to where we were yesterday during the live show. Bitcoin at $7,387, down 1.24% for the day. We were green in the morning, but that volume is trailing off and we are heading down. Ethereum, $558. Ripple, still a little positive, holding above the 60-cent mark. My assumption would be that somebody has a big order around 60 cents on the order book, keeping that thing afloat for now. Bitcoin Cash, $984, slightly red, and EOS trying to hold on to some of its gains at 1201, minus 1.42%. But look what we got here. Cardano, another green day while everything is in the red, up another 4.34% after an impressive day yesterday with their upgrade. That's good to see. Who are the big winners? Now, who was it that was talking about Theta token yesterday? Because that thing has exploded today, up 49.76%. It stalled around the 30% mark, which is where I probably would have taken profits. But I would have missed out on another 19% as that thing just keeps roaring. We got Gollum up 18.78%. That is what has Todd a little happy. I know he was adding that to some PCG portfolios.
Ran quick.
I ran fast. I think he reached out to a couple of the clients saying that Gollum was looking good using Wyckoff method. And before, we just had one call him just now a couple hours later, and it is already on the move. You got to react fast in this ecosystem. All Sports, don't know much about it. And Knowles. Knowles is a protocol platform that I have not looked heavily into, but I keep seeing it over and over that a lot of people think this is undervalued at $153 million. And if you've been following for a while, you know how I feel about protocol tokens for 2018, as I am very bullish on this sector. And then we got to go to the next 200, the next 100, the top 200, see if there's any winners. Storica, I don't even know what that is. Blocknet up 16.74%. I had a couple people on Twitter hitting me up about that. So Ghost, if you are in here, congratulations, as well as High Performance Blockchain. Congratulations to the holders of those coins. If you own this one, up 62% in what has kind of been a bear cycle, I would not be afraid to take some profits off the table. We'll see what Todd's opinion is on the market. Let's toss it over to the charts before we see what's going on in the chat box.
Well, we've got, the 15-minute Bitcoin. We showed this ending diagonal triangle, and we had the rally close to the 7,600. Then we've had what hopefully is a corrective pullback off of that impulse. So for Elliott Wave, we've got 1, 2. A lot of volume did come in on that sell-off here. You can see this big red bar, but it didn't put it to sleep. So I think it's impressive now. We're coming back up, and now we're basically at recovery highs for the day. So hopefully we got a 1, 2 here for Elliott, and we're headed to back here resistance at 8,600 would be the best. I mean, that's the bull count. And really quickly go through a few more. I'm going to stay on the short-term 15-minute just to show how they're acting off the lows here. Most everything's pretty well the same. Ethereum got a little healthy last night, ran up to the 585. I still think that one leads us back. I know everyone talked about a lot of short sells being done in there on the EOS news, so I would think a move back above 585 to the 610 would really probably ignite something there. Litecoin 117. Like I said, all these charts about the same. 5136 Neo. There's not much to go over. ADA up 4%, as Nick just said, so it's closer to breaking out, leading us higher. And then, what else heard? Decred still 90.65, came back to 88. EOS 1193. That one still looks good. Well, that one gets a lot of hate from. So I normally don't watch Tone Vays and those guys, but they go in. Everything's a shit coin. Strat should be able to keep it moving here. TRX USD. I mentioned I thought that one could maybe test the lows but go higher, so hopefully that one can dig out here.
We'll talk about that here in a second. Well, I guess since we're already on it, I'll talk about it now.
Yep.
Tron is doing their main net on May 31st. And also, you have to have a token migration on June 21st. Now, I did tweet out that Binance will support that token migration. So as long as you are storing your TRX on Binance Exchange, you don't have to worry about any of that. Also, the EOS mainnet does go live on June 1st, You either need to register those tokens through your Ethereum-based wallet or hold them on Binance or KuCoin. Otherwise, when EOS converts from an ERC20 token to their own proprietary token, your EOS will be virtually useless. So guys, please, if you hold EOS, have it on Binance, KuCoin, or register it in your Ethereum wallet. I do not want to hear from you guys that you lost any of your funds in that investment.
And Ryan Addy, yeah, we should have a 3-wave starting on Bitcoin and all these coins for real. We should have done a minor 1-2 and starting a 3-up. Here's XLM. Still like that one here. XVG, 38 cents. So again, there's not much really to announce here. I mean, Zen, 30.27. All these somewhat look the same. ADA a little stronger than everything else. ZRX ran to $1.45 last night. That one looks pretty good. And then we mentioned it. I guess I don't want to play my hand too much. I mean, I was picking up GNT. Because this morning I did the update around 2 o'clock on MAID and Tron. I'll show those as well next time through. And then I did GNT, but I was waiting because I wanted to purchase some of it. So I did start buying it, and it did run up here pretty quick on me. So I got to back off and see what it does. But I didn't buy it early today. I bought it really a little bit after noon today. I started buying it. But I do think if we go back out to the 4-hour GNT USD, I really bought it because of this here. I think we've had preliminary support back here, a selling climax, and then we sprung and tested these lows. We had volume come in, as you can see by the green down here. A lot of volume came in as we jumped the previous creek at 50 cents, and then we backed up to it here. And then in the last day and a half, moving back up. So, you know, if this Wyckoff analysis is good, I mean, you know, that would mean everything since January 18th or so is accumulation. And then it's funny because someone I do read just showed Gollum going to like $4. So, and that came out just here in the last few minutes. So it would stair step up there over time. But again, if this works, I mean, you could have a good rally here and then buy 50% pullbacks. So that chart looks pretty good. So that's all I got for right now.
Cool, cool, cool. What is going on over in the chat box? I see a lot of good names over here. Some people are surprised by the Theta token. Yeah, that caught me off guard as well. I started looking into it. Talking about Theta token, it kind of resembles a little bit of what Typerium plans on doing. Their first round 1 of their pre-sale has started, guys. Right now, I'm going to be doing a review tonight and posting it probably at 10 or 11 p.m. my time after the show to get it out there, just so you guys at least can see my opinion on the product before you make the investment, since I know round 1 has started. And if you are going to be investing in Typerium or looking at Typerium, it kind of behooves you to get in round 1. In round 1, they are 1 penny per token. By round 5, the final round of the ICO, they will be 5 cents per token. So right there, you have a hypothetical 5-banger when it goes to the exchange. So I'll definitely watch my review tonight or tomorrow morning. As I know, each of these rounds does have a hard cap, which is one thing I do like about the token economics with what they're doing on the ICO. So once round 1 sells out, it's done. Then the dates are already set for round 2. That will begin, and it will be twice as expensive at 2 cents per token. So make sure to watch the review if you're interested in getting involved with an ICO or just want to learn about this project when it does become available on the exchanges. Ryan Addy says, I'm all about the hypothetical 5-bangers. I mean, 1 penny for round 1, 5 pennies for round 5, then go into an exchange. I mean, you can do the math on that. Also, a lot of people are comparing it similarity to Theta token, Flixo, and Steemit. So if you want to go ahead and look at the market caps and do some math on that as well, which I'll probably do in the review for you, you can kind of get a general outline there as well. Obviously, we would not let a coin kind of sponsor some of these shows, or I wouldn't be doing a review on a coin for them if I really thought it was a straight up scam. They have a good team. I mean, I think they are doing things the right way. They're trying to be as transparent as possible. And I'm just going to present the project to you guys. I have some pros and cons, and we will be interviewing the founder, and he can go ahead and let me know his reaction to some of those red flags that I may raise in the review later today as well.
Hunter Hall wants us to look at PAC, but I know nothing about PAC. I know Matt's giving away super nodes over there, master nodes or whatever, but I don't know what that coin is. Maybe Nick will check it out one day.
All right, so what do we got here? ETC, we did it. 99% of mining hash rate upgraded successfully. So if you did not know, ETC did do a consensus hard fork upgrade. They were managed to keep 99% of their miners on the new algorithm. Bitcoin Cash, sorry, I did not mean any disrespect there, guys. Bitcoin Cash did this and lost about 17% of their nodes with their upgrade. It can kind of tell you what's going on there. Block times are getting faster, down from 22 seconds per block to 14 seconds per block. And hash rate has been going up from 5 terahash to 8 terahash, making the network more secure, and it seems like more people are believing and willing to put their mining rigs on ETC to try to accumulate that for the future. Good to see that that was successful. We've talked briefly about this. Tron will launch their virtual machine on May 25th. They already launched that. And on May 30, and mainnet is on tomorrow, May 31st. The token migration is not until June 21st, but as long as you have your TRX on Binance, you are good to go. So just might as well just put it over there, guys. Better be safe than sorry. Now, I thought this was interesting. ASUS, for all those miners out there, I know not a ton of the people in the community are miners, but we do have a few. They have a new motherboard coming out that can actually hold 20 GPUs. Right now, the standard motherboard is about 6 GPUs, and they have come out with mining ones that can hold 12 or 13. This one can hold 20. And I here said from a macro perspective, these types of releases on top of ASIC and chip releases from Samsung, Bitmain, etc. are bullish for cryptos. These companies would not put money and research and development into the space if they didn't see some sort of longevity. Some people may argue that they just want the upfront profits, but in order for these projects to truly be profitable for them, they have to go on for a long term, and they have to be able to come out with version 2, 3, 4, etc. of these products. Otherwise, the research and development just would have cost too much. So for me, I see proof of work cryptos and cryptocurrencies in general still having a bright future. All right. So this is this is kind of funny. I don't know if you guys have an addiction. I guess we all have a gambling addiction. A hospital in the UK has begun offering treatment for Bitcoin addicts as the cryptocurrency craze fuels a new breed of gambling addicts. Oh man, I need my crypto.
The outlaw preacher says he can quit whenever he wants. He just doesn't want to.
I just wear a patch.
I just don't want to.
The hospital specializes in treating addictions and has been asked to help people with cryptocurrency problems. It has already seen patients who are totally consumed with trading in the currencies, including some who were not already suffering from other forms of addiction. This is their first vice, guys. This is the gateway addiction. Quote, one doctor said, "I think it's an escape from reality. People like the excitement and that you can do it for 24 hours a day and sit there and watch the screen and watch making a profit or not." And that goes on and on. That's what a compulsive gambler wants. It provides excitement and an escape from reality. It's a classic bubble situation, and the way we see it, that developing, it could get well worse quite soon. Well, obviously, they don't follow the markets too well. We've already had a 60% pullback, but if you look at the numbers, I did do a tweet out yesterday. I think there's only about 13 million people currently trading cryptocurrencies. Does anybody know what the global population is? I don't even know it off the top of my head, but it is many multiples of 13 million. Right. In order for it to be a true bubble, in the tech bubble, I'm sure Todd can tell you because he was trading back then. I'm sure he showed us the Amazon charts and this and that. It is to the point where every single person is buying those assets, using all their 401k money, using any extra funds they have, moving things from bonds, precious metals, etc. into that asset class before a real bubble occurs. With having such small amount of people even knowing what cryptos are, much rather investing large sums of money, I think we're far from a bubble. And 1 or 2 years from now, this drop that we've seen, I'm not going to call it a crash because it's just a reaccumulation, is going to be a mere blip on those charts. And you can mark my words on that, guys. That's why I do this each and every day, because I want to help as many people along the way to find these awesome projects, make some money, but more importantly, stack those coins.
Like I showed on that Amazon chart before, I mean, Amazon was trading at 200, and I'd bought it for some clients, and I went straight to 90. And I lost a good client because of that. And, you know, and then it went to 1,000.
Now it's $1,200 with
Right,
projections on Elliott Wave to hit $1,500, $1,600.
It just kept going. So I think that's, like you just said, I think the same thing for these crypto markets. We're talking about 50, 60% losses that you'll be lucky to see that on the charts when we wake up one day. I had an article here that I don't need the screen. I'll just read a little bit of it. It said that they did a survey that 35% of high net worth individuals have or plan to invest in cryptocurrencies. So, and that's wealthy individuals. So like I said, there's no way we've got a bubble here because no one's involved. I mean, there's no way. And I've said it before when we had the NASDAQ bubble and all that. I mean, I had older clients that was chasing NASDAQ stocks, and those stocks came down 80% and set. So we're nowhere near that.
We got Paul Hensey says, Todd, what would it take for you to turn bearish? Now, I think there's kind of two questions there. What would it take for you to be short-term bearish and then long-term bearish?
Short-term bearish, and I wouldn't want to see... hold on, I got too many coins. I mean, short-term bearish, especially if you're adding on here or doing any short-term trading, I mean, I don't want to see the 70-70 really taken out. For short term, it's going to be hard for me to be really bearish, intermediate or longer term, because I still think any breakdowns will be sharp and quick. So, you know, I don't think we're going to see 3,800. We're not going to see 4,800. None of those things. I mean, I guess you could trail some stops if we continue to break down, but I still think we're in a fourth wave, Elliott wave, and nobody's really invested in these markets, and we still got a lot more to go higher. And we got a lot more, you know, adoption of these markets. I still think ETFs are coming, and more futures are coming, and, you know, I still think there's a mad rush coming. We only got a taste of that in December.
Yeah, Chris K9 agrees with you. He said, you are right, Todd, not even close to enough people. Guys, I can tell you because I work in traditional finance. There are massive amounts of money in investments, private equity, real estate, hedge funds. There are people that I work with that have huge 401ks. None of these companies, only about 2 people at my work I've convinced to even open a Coinbase account, but that are continuing to ask more and more about cryptos. Now, they're not going to even jump in until this thing starts ramping up, because that's the psyche of these individuals. These are the same people when it was $16,000, $17,000, $18,000 that were asking me a million questions. Is this the next big thing? And I've been trying to get them to buy it since it was $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and that's when they were interested. Obviously, with this correction, I've tried to talk to them again. They're not interested. If this thing gets back above 10,000, is looking more bullish, then we're going to start seeing institutional money. Then those individuals who have large investment portfolios are going to start breaking money off, and that's what can make us go higher.
Right, and everybody saw it from me even back in November and December. I mean, I love to trade. That's really what I do. Buy and hold is really not my nature, but the more I've been involved with this, and the reason I switched my business more to cryptos, is I think right now you need to buy and hold. Too many people are talking about, oh, let's trade, it's easy, let's trade. You know, no, I think you get a good portfolio and probably sit on it. Of course you can trade, you can scalp a few things here and there and buy a coin that's springing a previous low, different things. So there's definitely ways to trade, but don't take 100% of your portfolio and trade, because you're going to get left behind.
CM says PCG, our crypto private client group, should be PWG for a pre-wealthy group. There you go. I mean, that's true. If you are dollar cost averaging in, that's what I recommend in these times of indecision. If you guys aren't trading, but every 2 weeks you get a paycheck, maybe you want to put $50, $100, $200. I don't know what each and every one of you guys make, and I don't want to know. But dollar cost average in these times of sideways movement, especially if you believe in the upward projection of this market, is the best way to get the best prices for the large cap coins. Then you can spread the wealth out to some of these smaller coins that you may or may not like.
And the Outlaw Preacher says what we had said before, that if traditional brokers and money managers start suggesting a 5% position in cryptos, this thing will be out of control. There's no doubt.
Good to see a cure.
And I think that's easily coming. And that's a 5% position. And if more people make money, people will be going way crazier than that.
Ryan Addy said small trading bag, larger hold bag is what most people should be doing. And really the structure for 90% of the PCG clients is 70% long with rediversification, 30% trading. So that's exactly what we preach over there, what we try to do over there, especially at this time in the market where we've already seen such a depreciation in value and the upsides could be so large.
And yeah, you get stopped out. I talked about this a little bit the other day on a video. I mean, if you ask people about stops, they're getting stopped out before big moves. I'm just about guaranteed, because stop placement is hard. And I've talked about this before. Wyckoff, I mean, obviously we've sold 950 courses or something. A lot of people know the course. Wyckoff was about stops, but Wyckoff was about 3-to-1 risk-reward ratios. And it's easy to sit here and say, well, I'm buying Bitcoin because I think it's going to 25,000 or 50,000. But I think PCG clients, we've kind of agreed that we want to be 70% long because we do think that. So it's very hard to trail a stop thinking that. And, even like Ripple and some of these, I mean, I've got clients, we rode Ripple up and we're still sitting on it. But, we've taken big losses off the top, but we still got big gains off the bottom. So, and everyone's expecting another blast. So, I think you got to hold 70% of your portfolio for when this ride takes off and trade some of it. But even be careful, I think, right now trading. So
cool. Outlaw Preacher's cracking me up over here. He's like the new Gary. I love when you guys are having fun, bouncing great ideas off in the chat box, but also just creating entertainment. Obviously, we like to have some fun with you, but we're only here an hour a day, so we want to get as much facts and knowledge for you guys to be able to absorb and hopefully make some gains off of that. So that is awesome to see over there.
And then understand on private client group people, I've heard still people talking about I don't have group trading and such, but just today I started buying GNT. So if I would have had group trading, I would have had to went in and been like, I want to buy hundreds of thousands of GNT. Well, the offers would have started leaving, and I would have drove the price up myself. So all I can do, even group trading wouldn't help at that point. I've just got to, when I like something, try to buy it on pullbacks and just try to quietly bid in my positions and get what I can get. So moving big volume, moving bigger volume in these illiquid markets and things is tough, even if you had group trading. And all that's coming. I mean, there's going to be, these exchanges are going to bring lots of things to make my life easier, but I'm at my desk many hours, so I've got time to trade if I want to be a trader.
Cool. There you go, guys. Now, Weiss is at it again. They sent me an email with their newly updated Weiss cryptocurrency ratings, including 93 total cryptocurrencies. Whoa. Now, these old ratings were dog doo-doo. At least what's what we came to. Now, it looks like they have upgraded it a little bit. They have an investment risk to reward section here. They have a technology and adoption section here, as well as counting their market cap and last rating change, whether it went up or it went down. So they are getting a little more sophisticated, but what I will say, some of this is still terrible. Now, first of all, because you see a lot of repetition in risk and reward, they're not really going on a limb on any of these coins. They say Bitcoin is risk is fair and reward is weak. Now, if you're in the cryptocurrency space, the least risky asset out of all of them currently is probably Bitcoin. Now, your reward may not be as big as some of these altcoins, sheet coins, all these other projects, but the risk at the very least should be one of the lowest risk on the list. Now, it does say the technology is just fair as well. Bitcoin has never been 51% hacked and has been in the longest standing existence. It has some of the best developers around the world working on its underlying blockchain. So I don't know if I agree with that, but they are right with the adoption being excellent. A couple other ones that I thought were interesting. I'll add this in the description below as well. So if you guys want to take a better look at this, I just don't want to spend a bunch of time going through all of these. Here's another one. You know, some people are really conflicted on EOS. You know, they were just a white paper ERC20 token. Now they're about to go to mainnet. If they can do what they said they're going to do, that is awesome. I own EOS personally, but to say their technology is excellent when right now they are simply an ERC20 token and haven't even launched their own blockchain mainnet yet is a little bit of a stretch for me. You know, it has promises of being excellent, but it isn't even developed yet. I don't know. So I think they're just kind of all over the place. I really wish they would give more information here. They just don't. And I really, going through here, don't agree with a lot of what I see. Let's see what they have for Verge since they got hacked. Risk is weak. Reward is fair. Technology is weak. Adoption is fair. Well, so that one's kind of a little more on track. I would probably say the adoption is good. A little better than fair. They have a huge community over there. And obviously, you almost have to call the technology weak since it has been hacked 3 times now. That's no knock on what's going on in the future of Verge. It's just the facts, guys. So I don't want to get blown up on Twitter for that one. But I'll link this in the description below. You guys can take a look at it. And I guess really it just is what it is. It's just another data point for you guys to utilize. It's not one that I would put too much of a weighting on, though. Now, the last article I have to go over that I think is interesting, I'm surprised nobody asked for me to talk about it since it has been going around Twitter lately. The cost of a 51% attack on altcoins is disturbingly lower than people thought. Attackers all over the world will not need to crack their brains anymore if a hack on a cryptocurrency network is worth it. Attackers can thank a new website which estimates the total cost for hacking and taking over 51% of an altcoin network. Now, I'm sure you guys have been on this website. It's called I don't even want to open it. It's called Crypto 51. I don't want to open it because I don't know if it's mining Monero on the machine or whatnot. I think it can be a little biased. Obviously, he is a pro proof of stake. He is all about proof of stake, so that's why he even put this together in the first place. So you got to take this with a grain of salt as well. But the numbers are below, and I will show you those. The most common way of taking over 51% of a cryptocurrency network is by using a method called double spend. Double spend, however, requires effort and money, and so it is much needed to be calculated, or it could be one big failure. Let me try to zoom in and see if you guys can see this. So according to his calculations, Bitcoin, for example, can be hacked 51% for 1 hour for $538,000. All the way down to Zcash for 1 hour only being $60,000. And Bitcoin Gold only costing $4,000. Now you might ask, how is that even possible? Mining rigs cost more than that. Well, let me explain. Many have estimated costs of attacking and gaining more than 51% of the network to be much higher. The reason for the low cost is the change in the factor of mining equipment. Instead of buying the mining rig, the user added in costs of renting a mining rig. Mining rigs are very expensive, and thus renting it out makes the attack far cheaper. The hardware required for such an attack could cost more than $1 billion if bought. Along with this, electricity could be far more expensive. Thus, the user used the hashing power from NiceHash, which has enough hardware to carry out an aggressive attack. The website is released at a time when 2 popular cryptocurrencies, Verge and Bitcoin Gold, both have suffered 51% attacks. So if you guys are not familiar with mining, this isn't really going to matter to you, but NiceHash is actually a way that you can, if I have a mining rig on the network, I can rent it to you and earn Bitcoin directly from you, and you can mine whatever algorithm you would like. So theoretically, if NiceHash has enough renters or miners like myself on their network willing to sell their hash power, that person can then spend these deemed amounts, Bitcoin Gold, spend $4,000 for an hour in order to generate a 51% attack on Bitcoin Gold. Now, that is a 51% attack, but it is a little more complicated than that. Within that hour, you are going to have to figure out a way to get it to exchanges, convert the double spend, get it back to a wallet, etc. So I think definitely if you're going to do a 51% attack, it's going to need to be longer than an hour, and I think you're going to have some security, and so you're going to have some cryptography background as well. It's not just, I can't put $4,000 on Bitcoin Gold and have a successful attack because I wouldn't even know where to start. Now, is this kind of eye-opening? Yes. I don't know much more to say on a higher level as of now. I have been in contact with a few developers on proof-of-work coins, such as Vertcoin, Zencash, Digibyte, etc., kind of getting their opinions on it and trying to get more of a higher level thought process on what is going on with proof-of-work coins, so that way I can present it to you guys and decide whether or not these proof-of-work coins are still risk-averse investments for the long term. As of now, I've not changed my portfolio based on any of these numbers, and like I said, I'll get back to you when I have some more information.
The preacher says he wants some Gollum. Yeah, it just keeps running here, so it'll pull back somewhere probably, maybe.
Jeffrey Chrysologo says, can you get airdrops with EOS if you purchase them after mainnet launch? I believe the airdrops will still be continuing after the mainnet launch, but in order to get the airdrops, I don't think any of the exchanges, Binance or KuCoin, are supporting those airdrops. You have to register them with your Ethereum or MyEther wallet to be eligible for that. Personally, I've not signed up for the EOS airdrops. I am just going to go ahead and do it on Binance, get the mainnet launch, and then move my tokens from there or trade them as desired. Jeffrey. Tim Ferguson said, good luck with the ECA competition. Great demo. It's a fantastic community project. Yeah, so if you are new here, guys, or if you're just tuning in to the show, click on that link right there. Vote for Stunad620, STUNAD620. That is my video that we posted on the YouTube channel here. If we win any ECA, first, second, and third place win ECA, but we want to get first place, guys, I will be giving it away to this community during live shows. So a vote for us is technically a vote for yourself. Go ahead, click on that link. Take 2 seconds to click on my name, and we'll have some giveaways over the next couple weeks. First place is something like 500,000 ECA, so I'll have hundreds of thousands of ECA to give away to you guys, and everybody will have an equal opportunity at those.
And if you guys remember, if you're looking for just some quick news, at Learn Crypto, we do have a blog, and Kerry does update that basically every day with probably 4 or 5 different articles. And also during the day, I send her ones that I want up here. So normally they're going to be more investor, like the last one she put up was, they were talking about on CNBC, the Bitcoin's becoming the new VIX. So if we have any more issues overseas, or with higher interest rates or stock markets collapsing, they think, more money's running to Bitcoin instead of the VIX, because the VIX had that blow up there a few weeks back with a lot of issues. So, and that could be true, that a lot of money could run to Bitcoin as these foreign markets start to fall apart or have political issues, etc.
Do we have a graduate and a course sale to discuss?
Yeah, we had another graduate. And then we had, I'm going to go over yesterday's again, because I know that got cut off of the broadcast. So we had James Bailey from yesterday, graduated May 26th. Shout out to James. And then this is Rachel. I think Rachel maybe went back and completed the additions I added. So I think I remember her name going through before. So she's obviously went back, caught everything up that I've added, and got a graduation again. So again, we continue to add. I add videos, I'm adding charts. I'm still going to be adding lessons. And then last night I was working on the Elliott Wave course, and George is off for like the next 7 days. He's telling me he's going to wrap up a lot of the Elliott Wave course, because we're trying to get this out here, because I've seen some Elliott Wave labels on charts that are just unbelievably horrible. There's rules to Elliott Wave. You need to follow the rules. And George is an extremely good writer and has been trading Elliott Wave since, I don't know, 1980. I think we met in 83. So anxious to get that course done.
Been around here for a while.
Right. I got gray, thin hair for a reason.
That's funny.
And that's why, and even if I, even now, like I say, I mean, I really think these markets, I think you got to be worried about getting left behind somewhere here. So I think you want to be in some of these right coins before they run again. So we shall see. 73.60 on Bitcoin. I mean, we really need Bitcoin here to roll above that 7,600 level and make a run higher. So tonight will be interesting once again. No sleep. Sleep with one eye open.
Where's our OMG fanatics when we need it? Somebody's asking if I know about the OMG airdrop. If you go over to amisgotoken.com, you can actually register for that airdrop. So you can go ahead and do that. It is based off of your Ethereum wallet address. Other than that, I do not know a ton about it. I know in the OMG review, I talked about their partnership and the airdrop over there, but I haven't kept up with it. I expect more out of both the Anthonys over here to make sure that we stay up to date on Omis Go. That's why I don't even follow it, because they give us all the information on that one, and it seems like neither of them are in here today, so that is a disappointment.
Here was that Amazon chart again. As I said, I lost some clients back here. This was a 70% sell-off in Amazon and looked extremely ugly when the U.S. stock market came down hard, 07, 08, 09. But that, so the low there was like 36, I believe,
so that
to
would
16.24.
So that'd be like a 60% drop there. And
Right.
in the time, it looks like the world is collapsing, especially in the traditional side. And now look what that bump looks like on the chart. Kind of what we're saying, that could be what the crypto drop right now looks like in the future. It could be a mere blip on the chart.
Right, and I got called names there for being long and losing some value there on Amazon that I thought was just going to be a decent longer-term hold. Not that I would have held it to 16.24, but again, you've just, there's a lot going on in my head when I'm trying to trade and be in the right positions. So it's not just about trading for the next few days or something.
Cool. I have one more thing I was going to talk
That's
about.
about all I've got.
We're not even going to read this whole thing, but fears over Italy returned with a vengeance on Tuesday, perhaps surprising U.S. investors returning from a 3-day Memorial weekend as headlines out of Rome sent shockwaves through global markets and contributed to a sell-off of Wall Street stocks. They were kind of ruffling some feathers over there, talking about the euro, whether they'll go back to their own currency, what they're going to do. Now, this isn't near as big of a currency crisis as we are seeing in Venezuela, as we've seen in Argentina, Turkey. I know Australia is having some new law implemented. Somebody from Australia is in our community. Something like you can't hold over more than $7,500 in cash starting next year, or it's a federal offense. We're starting to see fiat currencies having some issues on a global scale. I mean, what could be the filler? You could argue commodities, gold, silver, platinum, or you could argue that cryptocurrencies are really the wave of the future, with some of these governments such as Russia and Venezuela trying to make their own cryptocurrencies such as the petro. Now, to me, a government-backed cryptocurrency is laughable and a complete joke and completely defeats the purpose, so I will not be supporting any of those, but the mere fact that they're trying to utilize blockchain for cryptos, for their currency, for their government, kind of points me in the direction that we are in the right investment space. Now, I'm not going all in on cryptos by any means, guys. Hold on to your traditional investments in commodities. But as we've seen this before, when a financial crisis happens, hyperinflation can occur, markets can fail. Now, the real question is that money going to flow into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies? Is traditional investments going to move some of their money into cryptos? We'll just have to wait and see.
That's the $1 million question.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Which we don't know, but it would look like some money would have to run to that area. Where did I read? Somebody said that...
Ryan Addy said, shoot, it's already a Fed offense here if you hold more than $10K in cash on your person. Ryan, I did not know about that. I guess I could have been in jail a few times before.
I think
that's not good.
I think I watched Data Dash for a second. I don't normally watch other people, but he came across my updates because he's saying Deutsche Bank's going to go broke. I'll agree with that. I think that's for sure coming. And he thinks, money will leave the stock markets and go to Bitcoin. So I don't know if you can say that will happen. It sounds good. And I would agree to that to a point. But I think, yeah, if Deutsche Bank blows up, money's going to be scared, whether it's for a week or a month or how long. But, you know, a month scare in Bitcoin could take it dramatically higher quickly. I mean, you could have that 10-day mad run.
We'll
so
see what happens.
We shall see.
You guys have any charts you want Todd to look at real quick or any fundamental questions? A couple more people are talking about the OMG airdrop. Guys, I don't know too much about it, and our two main guys with OMG that know everything is Niagara Tony, he's not in here, and Anthony, who's not in here. So this is like a first that neither of them have been in the show. So make sure to tune in tomorrow, and they can definitely provide that information for you. Also, I see a couple people mentioning the name Cosmos. Connor, keep that a secret. Guys, keep a lookout for something called Cosmos. We will keep you up to date when possible. That's about all the information I can provide. But this one could be a Learn Crypto exclusive. That's why I don't like to talk about it. So you guys keep your mouth shut on other channels. Keep that to yourself until we get a chance. It goes main, it goes live, and we can talk about it because this is going to be one that we are going to fill you guys in on.
John Cool says, one coin, what would it be? I guess for me right here, right now, with risk reward in mind, I still think it's Ethereum right now. I think Ethereum leads the rally back.
And I've seen some other analysts think that too, out of the large caps, which one's going to lead.
Right.
And a lot of people think Ethereum could be that coin. Ethereum is not the largest holding for large caps in my portfolio, but I definitely could go along with that thesis.
And I can't, you know, where I said I can't give a small cap one coin idea, I think you got to have 4 or 5.
I'm still liking Zen at these price level, guys.
That'd be one of them.
Still like it. It has a bright future, has a really good team. I still think it's way undervalued with its token economics. There's only 21 million that can ever exist. They're going to have secure nodes, super nodes, which means that another large portion of that small supply is going to be locked away by long-term hodlers on the node system, which just further creates the supply and demand I like to see with token economics, which will push prices higher. The reason I think it's still undervalued is there is a lot of new coins in the area. Also, it doesn't really have the advantage of unit bias because it's not a 1 penny coin. You know, you have Digibyte, that's 4 cents, but it has a $500 million market cap. And you have Zen, that is $30, but it has a $100 million market cap. Mathematically, Zen is still 4 times cheaper than Digibyte just due to the token economics. I think that's hard for some people to grasp, but in the long term, things always play out mathematically properly. So do your own research. I like Zen. I'm not buying anymore. I have the amount that I need, but I still think that is a good price right here, around $30.
Ethereum to 5,000. Let's go. What up, Fat Puddin'?
Woo!
Lego.
Any other questions, guys, before we get out of here? Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you love what we do here from live shows, technical analysis, reviews, interviews, etc., hit that little notification bell so you'll be the first to know about all new content here on Learn Crypto. And for the last time today, if you guys like free coins, go ahead and vote for us on Electra's Win Electra. I'm about to put the link in the description. The winner only has like 100 votes, guys. We have 1,000 people that watch this video. Go on there and vote, and we are giving all of the coins away. First prize is for 400,000 to 500,000 ECA. That means a ton of you will be winners out there. So go ahead and do that for us, guys. We would appreciate it, and your wallets will be appreciating it as well.
Thank you,
got,
JPG,
Todd?
for showing that.
You got anything else?
Nope.
We're feeling good today. We might have a little surprise for you and a little new addition to the scenery on the overview cam tomorrow, so make sure to check it out. It's hilarious. I might even wear the full get-up. We'll see how the markets are looking. And until next time, guys, stay tuned to Learn Crypto for your daily cryptocurrency updates. Feel free to hit us up on Twitter. What is the coin Todd wants you to buy? He doesn't have one today, unfortunately.
I like Gollum, but I need a little bit of a pullback. It ran a little too quick.
Gollum, if we get a pullback on Gollum, keep an eye on that one. It's been around for a while and could be on its way up.
Stay frosty, my friend.
Pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you got to be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck, everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.